Deployed across almost 4,500 square miles of the Great Plains, missiles are operated, maintained, and secured every minute of the day by almost 10,000 dedicated airmen. These airmen understand the extreme responsibility that comes with the nuclear deterrence mission, and they accomplish their mission with great skill and professionalism. These are today's heroes.
The excellence in all we do is the key in everything that we're doing. As is the standard, nuclear surety, nuclear inspections, perfection is what we strive for.
Day to day we maintain ICBMs to an exacting standard, and our folks are meeting that challenge and stepping up to it every day.
Obviously we're dealing with nuclear weapons, so there's no room for incomplete knowledge, substandard performance. We have to know our job, and we have to have integrity and do our job to the best of our ability every day. No room for failure here, so 100% is the standard. Launching on time every time. This isn't a glorious job. Not any flashing lights, there's no jets that we get to fly. We do this job because our country asked us to. We're not forward deployed. We're in the back carrying the big sledgehammer, making sure that those people who are doing diplomatic actions, those that are using conventional warfare to better our country, are able to do that, able to perform those goals.
I provide meals for security forces and missileers. Any contractors that come on site, I take care of everybody here. It's fulfilling, it's satisfying because they miss it, having a home-cooked meal versus being a frozen meal that they could possibly be having out here. So that's why I take the extra effort in making their meal tasty and good.
I'm a facility manager. What I do is I come out to the missile alert facility and I ensure that all the equipment is running the way it should. I ensure that tech data is being followed. Also, I'm here for emergency situations. If anything should go wrong, power outages or equipment failure downstairs, I'm here to respond to that.
We do search and rescue, distinguished visitor support and airlift. We can also do cargo lift and lifting of missileers and troops out to the field. And then our primary mission is nuclear weapons security and convoy security. We also work with other agencies like the FBI and taking on other missions, and that helps us keep that big focus on the big picture and what we're really doing here.
The men and women that are working in this career field are working hard every day, and I'm 100% confident in their ability to execute this mission if called upon.
Obviously, the nuclear deterrence mission is of the utmost importance. There's no job that's half done out here. It has to be done right, and it has to be done right the first time.
There's been times in the last couple of years since I've been on crew where I've seen things going on CNN, and I realized that these things would not be possible if we're not sitting in the backfield ready to turn keys at a moment's notice. And it's those things that keep me motivated to do my best every day.
Without maintenance, we don't have missiles on alert. Without missiles on alert, we have nothing for the operations crews to do once they get those orders from our leaders of the nation for their launch.
I feel honored to be part of the missile community, and I know that our job up here is very important to keep these missiles on alert, and I know that our country and 31 other countries depend on us to keep these missiles on alert.
Perfection is the standard with nuclear weapons. I trust my guys to go out there and do the job. They're out there on the site by themselves with a team chief. I trust them to go out there and do it right.
As soon as a missile goes down, we are out there in record time to get it put back on alert, because that is our job.
We've always strived to maintain our alert rates, so whenever a missile does fall off alert, regardless of the obstacles that get in our way, we need to make sure that sortie gets back up. We'll go back out there the very next day, or sometimes even that night, to go make sure that that missile gets back up on alert.
These guys work long hours, come in a lot of times before the sun rises and don't go home until the sun sets.
We have to maintain these missiles so that they are on alert. Our nation's counting on that.
The spirit of the maintenance mission has not changed in the last 50 years.
We still have our extreme standards for working on this extreme weapon system in the extreme conditions that we have. Do it right the first time, with safety always being paramount. We are professionals ever since the first inception of the missiles up until to date.
My guys put up with these challenges just for the simple fact of missile maintenance, for the love of missile maintenance.
The responsibility of knowing I have to keep these missiles on alert is an extreme privilege and honor for me to be doing this job in serving my country. I know that we are the cornerstone of national security and we provide a lot of protection, and that is a big feeling of honor that I have.
It was kind of a wake-up call when I arrived here and started getting told what I was going to be doing, the responsibilities I was going to have. It took a little while to get used to, but it's an important job, and it was, I like having it. It's definitely different.
We provide security over the nuclear assets, make sure that no one tries to intrude upon them and try and steal them or tamper with the system in any way.
Well, the biggest thing is making sure our troops know that there are people out here who would love to get their hands on something like this.
There's threats everywhere, not only here, any base that you're at, obviously there's a threat. We just got to be on our toes. We do a lot of exercises, which keeps us, up to par on what we need to do to get the job done. So even when there's not real-world stuff going on, we're still preparing for the mission at hand.
We got anywhere from about 30 some odd troops that all have posts at any given time.
You can be out here for days at a time. Sometimes on your days off, you're still out here. And serve before self. It's your day off. You'd like to go hang out with your friends, go swimming at the pool, but we sit out here and we just keep everything safe, keeps people safe.
You got to do what you got to do to get the job done. It's a different Air Force coming up here, but the mission is amazing. I think we have one of the most important missions in the Air Force, because without us, we're pretty vulnerable to any attack, whether it's from, here in the States or abroad. So that's one of the things I'm proud of. It's a big responsibility, and you have anywhere from an airman basic all the way up to master sergeants to officers in the missile field. So it's not just one person doing the job. You got the airmen who are out there doing the day-to-day ops. You have people back at base doing their job, and it's a good feeling knowing that we're making a difference.
Nuclear deterrence remains the ultimate backstop of our nation's strategic defense. The Air Force is committed to the highest standards of performance and reliability in operating, maintaining, and securing the ICBM weapons system, as we have for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the past 50 years, today and tomorrow.